Rise and spread of Islam. Pre-Islamic times. Conditions in Saudi Arabia. Islam is the religion of Muslims. It arose in the medieval period in the Arabian Peninsula, in Saudi Arabia in Asia. Arabian Peninsula was inhabited by a number of uneducated nomadic tribes. The tribes were superstitious, polytheists, believing in many gods, and believed in idol worship. The advent of Islam united all the nomadic tribes under it. Islam left its impact inside as well as outside the Islamic world. Birth of Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad was the founder of Islam. He was born in CE 570 in Mecca. Prophet at the very young age lost his parents and was brought up by his uncle. He was a trader who roamed to distant lands. His roaming brought him close to other religions like Jewish and Christianity. Muhammad adopted monotheism, the belief in one God, in his teachings. The belief originated from these two religions. Muhammad also condemned idol worship. According to Muslim tradition, Muhammad is viewed as the last and the greatest in a series of prophets. Some of the other prophets are Adam, Abraham, Moses, Jesus, etc. He is regarded as the man closest to perfection and the possessor of all virtues. Muhammad received the message of God through the angel Gabriel. The messages preached by Muhammad are compiled in Quran, the holy text of Muslims. Fact: Prophet is a person sent by God to teach people and give them messages from him.
Early life teachings and 5 basic principles of Islam. Islam means submission to the will of God or Allah. Muhammad asked the followers of Islam to submit to the will of Allah. The religion of Islam is based on 5 pillars. These 5 pillars are 5 acts of worship which every Muslim must perform. These acts of worship were listed by Muhammad, which is as follows. 5 acts of worship. 1. The Shahada is the basic tenet of Islam. It should be recited under an oath. The oath says, "There is only one God and Muhammad is his prophet." The above said, belief is a foundation for all other beliefs and practices in Islam. Muslims must repeat the Shahada in prayer. 2. Muslims must pray 5 times in a day. Each prayer or salah must be done facing towards the Kaaba in Mecca. Kaaba is the holy shrine of Muslims. 3. Muslims must give alms to the poor. 4. Muslims must fast from dawn to dusk in the holy month of Ramzan. 5. Muslims must undertake Hajj or pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in their lifetime.
Migration of Prophet Muhammad to MEDINA-HIJRAT. Muhammad's teachings went against the religious faith and practices of Arabs. He was forced to leave Mecca. Muhammad's exile from Mecca and refuge in Yathrib, now known as Medina, is called Hijrat. The exile of Muhammad marks the beginning of Muslim calendar. Fact: Sunni Muslims are the largest group in Islam, comprising 70% of the world's 1.5 billion Muslims. The Shia constitute about 15% of Islam, coming as the second largest branch. Prophet Muhammad's return to Mecca and Medina, holy places for Muslims. Muhammad's teachings became famous in Medina and were spread to other towns of Arabia. Muhammad was called back to Mecca to preach. Mecca and Medina thereafter became the holy places of Muslims. Death of Prophet Muhammad and beginning of Caliphate. Muhammad died in CE 632. His death gave rise to Caliph or Khalifa system. The caliphs were the successors of Muhammad and the heads of Muslim community. The first four caliphs after Muhammad's death were Abu Bakr, Umar, Uthman and Ali. These caliphs spread Islam outside Arabia to Palestine, Iraq, Iran, Spain, etc. These caliphs ruled from CE 632 to 631. Khalifa system divided whole Muslim community into two parts, namely Shia and Sunni. Shias were the followers of Caliph Ali and Sunnis believed that Prophet's successors were not specified by the God. They follow Quran and Sunnah, customs and laws based on the words and deeds of Muhammad.
Spread of Islam. The trade and commerce flourished between countries with the spread of Islam. All the major trade routes passed through Baghdad, which led Arabs to trade between Europe and the East. The items like armory, weapons, glassware, wine, etc. were traded. Apart from trading, the Arabs made great contribution in different fields. The fields are as follows. Science and mathematics. Mathematics, algebra, geometry, and trigonometry studied today were developed by the Arabs. They also discovered many chemical compounds like silver nitrate, sulfuric acid, etc. Some of the great Arab physicians are Ibn Sina, Al-Razi, etc. Literature. There are many literary Arab scholars whose works are famous among children even today. One of them is Arabian Nights. These are the 1001 short stories including Aladdin's magical lamp, Sindbad the Sailor, etc. Apart from the books of children, poetries were also written. The most famous among them is the Rubaiyat, written by Omar Khayyam. Art and architecture. The Arabs developed the art of calligraphy. They also developed mosques, tombs, palaces and forts. The Great Mosque of Kairouan in Tunisia, the Dome of the Rock, Qubbat al-Sakhra in Jerusalem are the living examples of unique architecture of the Arabs.
The Abbasid and Umayyad dynasty. Khalifa system did not end after the death of the four caliphs. The caliphates which took over after Ali were Umayyads of Damascus and later Abbasids of Baghdad.